Hey, I know I look like a mess, but I'm actually being a gym girly today. I'm in my follicular phase, so that means we're going to write down all the things. We're going to create all the plans and get the shit moving, because you know you're having some hormonal imbalances, and most of us that are neurodivergent, we need to be able to check out our period stuff, make sure that we are okay in that realm. Like if we're having like a good 3-day period, we, aren't having, too much of heavy bleeding or too much of light bleeding. We're not, continuing spotting. We need to know that we're eating according to our periods. We need to cycle sync. Ladies, we are the moon. The moon is what controls our periods. The moon controls the water out there. So, and we are made of 70% of water. Sorry, I need to calm down because, energetic. I was in a deep luteal phase. Yesterday was bad. It was, I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was having a spiritual psychosis. I thought demons were attacking me, and it was apparently full moon in Aries just came. So full moon in Aries for this weekend and next week. I feel like a weather girl right now. And also on top of that, we just had a Libra eclipse. On top of that, we are just moving out of the Pluto, which is the planet of 333, which is the planet of change, birth, death, and transformation. That is actually moving out of Capricorn into Aquarius, the sign of rebelliously and energy and expression and change and creativity. So if you guys are feeling the energy where you're like, I just don't want to do this anymore, like I'm getting so burnt out, it's because the planets, the world is shifting. We're going to be in the sign of Pluto of Aquarius until 2046. So starting November 19th, Pluto and Aquarius going into you know what I mean. Anyways, with this new Pluto in Aquarius, it's going to be affecting the fixed signs, which are Leos, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquariuses. So you guys, you're about to be getting your karmic cycles about to be happening. So in order to not have a very rough awakening, you need to be getting ahead of the game. So start studying where these placements are in your birth chart and start working on those aspects of yourself, because that's when things are going to come down. Things are going to come to fruition. Things are going to be changing. And if you are a believer like me, astrology and spiritual baddie, and you believe in signs and synchronicities, you will be seeing them all over the place. You will be seeing them in your dreams. You will be seeing them in the earth. You will be seeing them with the people that you have relations with. You will be seeing them. You'll be here and pick it up. And if you have any, if you are in any sort of tapped into your like abilities of like clairaudience and claircognizance and stuff like that, you will be seeing it. You'll be like, okay, 1 and 2 added together. Okay. So instead of being like afraid of yourself, because that's what I've been doing lately. I've been super afraid. I'm like, I don't want to do this by myself. I don't want to do this by myself. I hate this. I hate this so much. I don't want to be here anymore. It's a lot. It is a lot. Especially for a cycle breaker. When you gave yourself a spiritual awakening and you started to go through your dark night of the soul and everything like that, and you started just going down everything. You started reading astrology, human design, astrocartography. You started reading on your Joy-Conic and your birth charts, and you started doing anything spiritual, all the spiritual practices, blowing cinnamon and God, just consciousness, and then you were studying all the stuff about like the indigo children and stuff like that. But really, it's just planets and science. Science and spirituality go hand in hand. So you can't have one without the other. As science progresses, so does spirituality. And people are going away from spirituality. People are just going in dogmatic lifestyles because they think that's what they've always known. It's just to work until you die, and that's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else out there. There is. And right now we're moving away from the single individual consciousness into unity consciousness, because we are trying to have a utopian society. That's why things are happening in the industrial place right now. We've been in the industrial energy for quite some time, and that's why we have been seeing things coming about with politics, the news, world relations, all of this stuff. We've been seeing these things coming about. And if people, the astrology people, astrologists have been doing things for quite some time now, and they've been noticing a pattern. It's just about pattern recognition. That's basically what it is. That history repeats itself. And we are slowly seeing that if we don't bring change now, if we don't start working for ourselves and, and giving back to Mother Nature as well, like we are energetic beings. We come from the earth. we will leave with the earth. This planet is not the only planet there is, like, that has life. Like, just because we think that there's nothing, it's just us, there's life else. Like, where do you think we come from? Like, how do you think we're even here? How do you think we are here and doing any of this? It's because we come from consciousness, from universe, like, literally. And then you'll have all your different religions. Religions is from man-made. Religions are man-made. It's spirituality. Spirituality, anyone can have, anyone can use, anyone can do. And a lot of the times because we have been so ingrained in school to just just go to college, go get a job, do this, and then go have kids and go make babies, and then that's just what you do with your life. You can still do those things, but that is not the only point of life. The point of life is to learn and be vulnerable and experience things that you're not able to do as a soul. You are here in a human body to do these things and to unify with other people and just create things. You're here to create. You're here to be the co-creator of your life. You are not here to work under a system that has been just systematically broken for an entire time and nobody's talking about it. We've just been working and working and working and working and working. The food that we eat, the food that we ingest, it affects our body. The energy that we put ourselves into rooms, it affects our body. The energy we give out affects our body. What we take, we have to, in order to equalize it, we have to seek change and we have to adapt. It's not normal to sit in one place and stay there for years and years and years and years and years. It's not normal. None of us in the past did it. That's why we're wanderers. We all were explorers. And because we have just become accustomed to society of we get a house, we stay there, we live, and that's just about it. And then at this point, because we're emotionally seeking fulfillment in other things, we develop eating disorders, we develop neurological disorders, we develop overspending where we just spend on 50,000 cups of Stanleys that we don't really need, because we don't need all them Stanleys. Like, really, you don't need them. And we're just getting away from just being our true authentic selves. We start just seeking validation from other people, and we start not seeking it within ourselves first. And it's really hard when you have a family and you have kids, because you sort of have to, am I being a good parent? Am I being, but whenever you are given that freedom that you don't have any kids, you don't have anyone holding you back, and you're the one holding yourself back, times need to change. We need to start thinking for ourselves and stop being like, well, life is just happening to me and not for me. Babe, we are the center of the universe, and the center of the universe is inside of us. We are here to create. We are here to let loose and be expressive and be creative, not be dogmatic, not be under a regime. All of these musical artists, they broke free. They rebelled. They did things that most people around them were like, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. But then they made it. They made it. I mean, look at Beyonce, for example. She was a part of Destiny's Child. And then she was like, I know I'm good, so I'm going to go out and, I'm going to go express myself, all of these, we're here to create and be expressive and be creative and just be ourselves, not be held back. And we have to be thankful for that, because we have taken so much time from the past to come to here. And for us to be here right now, we need to be grateful to our ancestors and the people that came before us, because they couldn't do that stuff. They couldn't do that stuff because of the powers that were at bay. Now we are in a time that we can change things. Things are changing. The universe we are literally adapting to a 5D reality, and we all need to get on the same page.